everybody? Thanks for clicking this video. Thanks for tuning into my channel. My name's Simon Hill, Black American from Louisiana, coming to you live from Budapest, Hungary. Just got a few minutes until my next class, so I wanted to hop on live and read this story that I find very interesting. It brings me so much joy in my heart to read a story like this, and I hope this story that I'm about to read happens to every single one of you racist, sick, white supremacists, neo-Nazis, or white supremacist sympathizers, or anti-black racists out there online who do nothing but talk shit behind screens. Don't show your face. You live behind emojis and memes and stuff like that. You too pussy to actually come outside or actually say what you want to say with your chest out and with your face out there. So I hope all of this, I hope every bad thing that could ever happen to one person happens to you people. Shout out to Kushi in the chat. He said, who go to jail? I'm about to show you right here. So I'm reading this story for the New York Times right here titled, Neo-Nazi Who Threatened Journalists with Death is Sentenced to Prison. Nicholas Welker admitted posting the death threat, which was meant to silence coverage of the extremist group he led, prosecutors said. All right, so I'm going to be reading this story right here. I tried to find who Nicholas Welker was, but these people, or this person at least, did a good job on trying to hide his identity. I typed in Nicholas Welker into Google, didn't get any real images, can't find him. This guy right here is not the Nicholas Welker that I'm talking about here, so nobody try to chase that person down. But still, the fact remains, and this is true, all of you sick white supremacists, anti-black racists, neo-Nazis who go online and talk shit all day, one day it's going to catch up to you. Either you're going to say that shit to the wrong person and somebody's going to handle your ass, or the real white supremacists who run the world are going to get you out of here. Now, America is a white supremacist nation. We are living in a system of white supremacy, and our justice system is one of the most anti-black forces on the planet. But the number one thing the white supremacists hate are people who put their business on full blast. The neo-Nazis, the Ku Klux Klan, the Proud Boys, all these anti-Waffen groups, all this stuff like that, all of y'all are making it hot for the big dogs up top to actually do their actual job of trying to suppress us and keep us down. So they're going to come down on that ass hard, and so are we as well. So you stupid motherfuckers who want to continue to try to send death threats to people like me or talk shit about people like me, they're going to clap that ass for real, for real. Anyway, let's read this article here. This was written by Lola Fadulu, published on April 19th, 2024. The leader of a white supremacist group who admitted posting an online death threat targeting a Brooklyn journalist in a bid to silence coverage of the group was sentenced to around 3.5 years in prison on Friday, federal prosecutors said. The white supremacist Nicholas Welker was sentenced to 44 months in federal prison after pleading guilty in September to conspiring to make interstate threats, prosecutors said. At the time of the threat, which he posted in an online public forum in August 2021, he was the leader of Fukurig Division, a neo-Nazi hate group, prosecutors said. One thing that I wish they did is publish this man's picture. They should have put Nicholas Welker's picture on the front page of the New York Times. These people need to be exposed. Their faces need to be out there. We need to see the real danger to America, the real danger to society, which are right-wing, white supremacist terrorists like Nicholas Welker and like all these other people who creep on Twitter, creep in comment section, constantly harass black creators and black people online and stuff like that, and other people as well who are online talking. These people need to be exposed, all right? For anybody who wants to read the article, it's right here. It's right here. Just type this in Times, and you guys know I always put the links to my articles in the descriptions right here. Y'all can do your own research as well. Type it in Nicholas Welker on Google. Continuing here with the story. So, Mr. Welker, 33 of San Jose, California, issued the threat by posting a photograph of the journalist, whom prosecutors did not identify, with an image of a gun aimed at the person's head and the words race traitor, quote unquote, plastered over the person's eyes, prosecutors said. The post included the name of the journalist and the person's employer, as well as the phrase responsible for stalking our boys for information, quote unquote, according to a criminal complaint. Mr. Welker, who is also known as King of Wrath, also used an expletive in his threat while demanding that the reporter stop reporting on Fukurig Division and wrote, "You have been warned," quote unquote, prosecutors said. 2 underage members of Mr. Welker's group sent the post directly to a social media account maintained by the journalist to ensure that the journalist saw it, prosecutors said. Going here to the comment section, Raider said, "Thanks, no problem. Always check out the information that I post on my YouTube. Hey, everything that I read is public information. Y'all do your own research on top of that. Cushy said, wow, he lived like an hour away from me. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. These people are next door. This is what I've been trying to tell y'all on my channel. I've been talking about white supremacists, racists, the terrorists next door who live next to us. These are the police. These are teachers. These are plumbers. These are engineers. These are lawyers. Hell, they could even be the president again. So these people need to be put on full blast. We need to know who they are, and their whole information needs to be exposed. And these people need to be locked away in jail. Nobody has committed more violence, more bloodshed in America than racist, white supremacist terrorists. When will Americans wake up? Also, when will the world wake up as well? Because the same thing is happening in Europe. Last year, I covered the story of a white supremacist terrorist who walked into a gay club and started slaughtering people. You don't think it will happen again? I know everybody's worried about Islamic extremism, Islamic terrorism, but what about the racist white supremacists who are hell-bent on destroying the world? Absolutely real. Rada said, truth, I only speak truth. Anyway, continuing here. Mr. Welker's goal was to, quote unquote, silence the journalists so that Mr. Welker's fellow extremists could continue to commit violence against racial, ethnic, and religious minorities and the LGBTQ plus community. Breon Peace, the U.S. Attorney in Brooklyn, said in a statement, we will stand up for them and other journalists who bravely report on these violent hate groups, Mr. Peace added. Michael Daniel Wheel, a lawyer with the Federal Defenders of New York, who is representing Mr. Welker, declined to comment. Fuelkrig Division, which translates to fire war, quote unquote, is an international extremist group that encourages its members to attack racial minorities, Jews, LGBTQ people, the U.S. government, journalists, and critical infrastructure, quote unquote, prosecutors said. Fuelkrig Division is an offshoot of Atomwaffen, which law enforcement authorities consider among the most violent extremist groups in the country. For people who don't know who Atomwaffen is, basically, these are white supremacists who want to get their hands on nuclear weapons in the United States, set off a nuclear bomb in the United States to try to bring about the race war that they're waiting for, thinking that they're going to win. This is the biggest thing that we really need to dispel right now. The white supremacists, the Nazis, the gun nuts, all in America think that if the race war were to pop off because they go into the woods every 3 months and suck each other off while they pretend to play paramilitary troopers, they think they're about to win the race war. We don't want a race war, but that I honestly believe there are more actual good white folks out there. There are actually more good people in general out there than there are white supremacist extremists, right? So they will not win this race war that they so desperately want to have happen again. You feel me? They are going to get their asses handed to them. If you don't believe me, look at the Civil War. Look at the Civil War, look at World War II, look at every single time the white supremacist cucks ask to get fucked. They always lose the battle. They always lose the battle. Yet and still, they continue to try to egg the rest of society on to deal with their foolishness. Well, their foolishness was dealt with Nicholas Welker. The sad thing is, though, because he's going to federal prison is absolutely swarmed with white supremacists who are actually in jail and also who work as the guards as well. And this has been well documented. Law enforcement in the United States, correctional officers in the United States are flooded with white supremacists, actual white supremacists, because the difference between the institutionalized white supremacists that we have in America is that they hide the hood, the Ku Klux Klan hood, by putting on a badge or putting on a uniform or putting on a suit and being Republican politicians or conservative politicians. Meanwhile, the white trash white supremacists think that the way to advance the cause of protecting white children and protecting white culture and white people is by pretending to be Nazis, shaving their head, wearing boots with the black laces, putting stupid tattoos all over their bodies so they're easily identifiable. This is the thing. These people are some of the worst scum that we have in America. They all need to be locked up in jail, but we do not need to fight them violently. We need to fight against them with words and ideas, period. I'm very happy to hear this story. I wanted to see all the racists who are usually in my comment section jump out and jump stupid. Why aren't y'all sending y'all death threats now? Why aren't y'all talking stupid to me now? Why aren't y'all out here in the comment section right now saying all the evil, negative things that we've been seeing y'all put in my comment section all this time. Where y'all at now? Because y'all pussy. Y'all big pussy. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this story. I hope y'all enjoy it. I might read another story before I go into my class, my next class, but I'm going to break up the stories into different live streams. So everybody who's following me or liking my content, if you're annoyed by the notifications, if it pops up on your phone, just turn off notifications and just hop in and follow my channel whenever you want. I don't want to lose subscribers, but I want to release content in live stream format that's much easier for people to digest on my phone, and it's much easier for me to do with my busy schedule that I have with work. So I'm just letting all of y'all know that. Don't unsubscribe because you see so many notifications. Stay subscribed, just turn off the notifications and continue to support your boy. I'm just a young black man out here trying to get it, and y'all support me on my way up. So y'all be easy out there. Shout out to Ozzy, shout out to Cushy, shout out to Raider. Peace.